Let's explore Colorado. First stop, Durango, Colorado. This is the Animas River Trail. First place we explored once we actually got to our hotel in Durango, Colorado. It was beautiful. With our dog Cheyenne, she'd been in the truck for 17 hours. Of course, we had a few breaks, but this was the first time she really got out to stretch her legs. Boy, she was loving it. We actually rescued Cheyenne out of a cave in Oklahoma just over a year ago. This is the beautiful stretch of 145 to Telluride. Just look at how beautiful those mountains are in the distance. The snow and the aspen trees just contrast beautifully together. Let's make a pit stop at Galloping Goose Trailhead. This trailhead's popular among cross-country skiers, and of course I'm sure during the summer it's a pretty popular spot for hiking too. It was gorgeous. Cheyenne had a blast here playing in the snow. I think she likes the snow more than the kids do. It's funny because we don't even have snow in Texas where we're from. I almost ate it there. The snow was pretty deep in sections. If you'd like to know more about this trailhead, feel free to press pause and read the information on the sign. Finally, we've arrived at our destination, Telluride, Colorado. It's a charming, bustling little town, lots of places to eat, lots of places to see and do. And this is my son Kyle and I. We're here at the Telluride station. We're going to take the gondola up, go see the mountain town. By the way, there are pet-friendly gondolas. You have to look out for the gondolas that have the paw prints on them. It's absolutely free, and the sights are beautiful. This is our beauty queen daughter, Carly. Doesn't she look excited? The gondola has winter operating dates from November 21st to April 5th, and summer dates from May 21st to October 18th. Operating hours are 7 days a week from 6:30 a.m. to midnight. Extended Friday and Saturday hours resume December 19th. The gondola ride takes approximately 12 minutes to ride from Telluride to the mountain village, and the views are spectacular. This gondola is the first and only free public transportation system of its kind in the United States. The popular scenic attraction provides access to hiking and biking trails in the summer and ski slopes in the winter. Passengers can load the gondola in either Mountain Village or Telluride. Miss Cheyenne's enjoying herself. Look at how beautiful the aspens are. Once you arrive at San Sofia Station Mid-Mountain Stop, you'll have access to Allred's Restaurant and Bar, the Ridge Club, and ski resort trails and runs. From there, you can take the next stop to Mountain Village Station. Then just across from Mountain Village Station, there's a shorter gondola stretch that connects to Market Plaza Station, where the parking garage, town hall, and Mountain Market are located. This loving brother and sister are finally having fun. Oh, and the husband and wife. Cheyenne and I decided to take a walk around Market Plaza Station. This is about where the parking garage is located, right around this curve. Of course, Cheyenne just had to show off. This is our walk over to the parking area. Don't those slopes look like so much fun? We've never been skiing before, but it's definitely going to be a to-do on our list. We decided to head back into town. We were getting kind of hungry, so we looked around for something to eat. One of the kids mentioned that pizza sounded good. So we're waiting outside for our brown dog pizza. Boy, it was delicious pizza. I would highly recommend, and I would 100% eat there again. Thank you so much for the good food. Here's another portion of Galloping Goose Trail. We decided to go ahead and take a walk here too. Kyle and I found a teepee someone made. On our way back, we stopped at Bear Creek Trail in Rico, Colorado. I just wanted to get out and take a look real quick. Everyone else stayed in the truck. The trail had a lot of melty snow and squishy ice. It's pretty muddy. Other than that, it was beautiful. like to come back here and check it out during the summertime. This trailhead was located just off of Highway 145, about 2 miles south of Priest Creek RV Park. The first half mile has a few steep switchbacks, but after that it's pretty easy. But of course, I didn't hike the trail. I just kind of walked around the trailhead, checked it out a little bit. There was a lot of snow and ice, and plenty of mud as well. This little bridge going across Bear Creek was pretty charming. The creek is crystal clear, beautiful water. It was pretty cold. Some quick little facts outside of Bear Creek Trail. I like this one about aspens being the largest living life form. The Legend of the Pagosa Hot Springs, Part 1 and 2. That's right, Pagosa Springs, Colorado was our next stop. This is the Mother Spring, the world's deepest hot spring. It's said this hot spring is over 1,000 feet deep. I think that we came at a decent time. Even though it was spring break, we had the hot springs to ourselves a few times. We had to move pools a couple of times if we wanted solitude. But for the most part, there wasn't really many people in this one most of the time. So we mostly hung out here. Looking out over the hot springs pool, you can see the San Juan River and the Warrior Plunge. And the girls seem to be enjoying their spa day. The Springs Resort has over 50 hot spring pools, cold river plunge, a waterfall, and a steam grotto. Ranging from 35 degrees to 112 degrees, you'll find the perfect temperature. There's also adult-only pools up top, and family-friendly spaces as well, of course. You can book suites and packages, or you can just go for the day pass as we did. As of spring break 2026, general admission pass was $74 per adult and $42 per child ages 3 to 12. It includes a one-time entry, 20 original pools, 5 adult-only relaxation terrace pools, towels, robes, and lockers available to rent. We brought our own towels, and we didn't use a locker. We just carried in our bag with our towels. Lockers were $13, and the jumbo locker was $15. Towels were $10 a piece to rent, robes $20, and you could also rent a family cabana located at the original pools from $125 to $200. And of course, there's the Warrior Plunge. 42-degree water of the San Juan River. Take a nice soak in a hot tub first, and then take a plunge into the 42-degree water of the San Juan River. It was exhilarating. It was so cold, but so refreshing at the same time. Chimney Rock National Monument. Of course, it was closed for the season, and we didn't want to walk the whole 5 miles or whatever it is to get to the top. But we decided we'd make a quick stop, take a few pictures and some video. It's amazing the things that our native ancestors did. Quite amazing that they built structures at the top of this mountain. I can see why they were drawn here. The road was closed to vehicles, including e-bikes, but if you wanted to hike it or even ride your regular bicycle up to the top, you were more than welcome. We did come across a couple of hikers on our way in to take a look. They seemed friendly enough. They didn't go very far either, though. Just to the little visitor center inside, which was, of course, closed. The visitor center cabin is open daily from May 15th to September 30th, offering exhibits, a pit house model, and interpretive materials. Guided walking tours are available daily, typically lasting about 2.5 hours, covering the Great Kiva pit houses and the Great House Pueblo. Self-guided tours are also offered and are handicap accessible. Visitors are advised to bring water, sunscreen, hats, and sturdy walking shoes. Pets are not allowed on tours, but shaded kennels are available on first-come, first-served basis. Chimney Rock offers a variety of educational and cultural programs, including guided archaeological tours along the Great House Trail and Mesa Village Trail, special events such as full moon tours, Native American cultural gatherings, and astronomy programs. They also offer pottery workshops and lecture series organized by the Chimney Rock Interpretive Association, a nonprofit volunteer organization that manages interpretive programs in partnership with the Forest Service. And so the day comes to a close, and a new one begins. Back in Durango, Cheyenne and I decided to take a little hike up over in Mountain Park Trail. It seemed more of a mountain bike trail. I couldn't imagine riding a mountain bike up or down it personally. Our purpose to this hike this morning was mostly to see the sunrise. Parking for this trail was a little awkward. It was mostly in a subdivision, so I was careful not to park in front of anybody's house. Even doing so, there was somebody's dog that was barking, and it kind of made me feel guilty because it was early in the morning. There are 14 trails to choose from in this area. With multiple signs posted along trail forks, you don't have to be a master navigator to get by, although all trails helped me and Cheyenne out quite a bit. Check out Hog's Back, Graben's Loop, and Hidden Valley trails. Overend Mountain Park Trail System is one of the crown jewels of mountain bike culture in Durango. It has sharp turns, sheer drops, and the trail system has much to offer cyclists for any ability. It also has much to offer for people who want just to hike. This trail starts off with a lot of switchbacks and increases in altitude quite quickly. Way out there, little white dots are truck. Weren't on the trail for very long. There's Cheyenne, spooked out again looking at something. She was starting to creep me out for a moment. But I had a good look, and I usually try to stay aware of my surroundings. We weren't the only ones on the trail this morning, so it's pretty likely that she was just hearing somebody else talking, or possibly even the dog that was barking at us when we parked. Who knows? I did decide to take another look back just in case, and wait patiently for a moment in case I saw anything moving. Nothing. Nothing but beauty. It was nice and quiet this morning. Slightly cool, but it wasn't too terrible. Especially with all the switchbacks, kept you nice and warm. This particular trail connects to a couple of others. I was actually wanting to hit Hog's Back Trail, Hog's Back Ridge I believe it was, but where I parked it seemed like it would have been a pretty good hike from where we were at, so we just stuck to this one and decided to go to the top, see what we could see. Hopefully a nice sunrise, some good views of Durango, Colorado. And unfortunately, as we were approaching the top, the sun was already peeking out over the mountains. But boy, it was still beautiful. And it was well worth the hike. The town of Durango was organized from September 1880 to April 1881 by the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad as part of their efforts to reach Silverton, Colorado, and service the San Juan mining district. The goal of their San Juan extension, built from Alamosa, Colorado, they chose a site in the Animas River Valley, close to the Animas River, near what is now the downtown Durango Historic Business District. The Durango, Colorado Post Office opened in November 19, 1880, and the town of Durango was incorporated on April 27, 1881. There are significant archaeological sites surrounding the Durango area featured on the state and national historical registers, including Mesa Verde National Park, Chimney Rock National Monument, Durango Rock Shelters Archaeological Site, Spring Creek Archaeological District, and Talus Village. Just love these views. Boy, that's a hell of a drop in there. I couldn't imagine riding down that on a bike. Time to head back to the hotel and wake the family up. About to hit the $1 Million Highway today. First stop, Pinkerton Hot Springs, Durango, Colorado. This little hot springs is just outside of Durango, Colorado. It's really easy to miss if you're not looking for it. It is right off the highway and you can absolutely see it while you're driving. But again, it's very easy to miss. It's official. We're on the $1 Million Highway. The views on this highway are amazing. The $1 Million Highway is a stretch of Route 550 in Colorado. It's renowned for its breathtaking views, challenging driving conditions, and rich history. The $1 Million Highway runs approximately 25 miles between the towns of Silverton and Ouray in southwestern Colorado. This scenic drive is part of the San Juan Skyway, a designated scenic byway that showcases some of the most beautiful landscapes in the Rocky Mountains. The highway reaches its highest point at Red Mountain Pass, which stands at 11,018 feet. This road was originally constructed as a toll road in the 1880s by Otto Mears to transport ore from Silverton to the railroad in Ouray. The highway has undergone significant improvements over the years. It was rebuilt in the 1920s, and the name $1 Million Highway is believed to have originated from the high costs associated with its construction and maintenance, as well as the stunning views it offers. The $1 Million Highway is famous for its jaw-dropping vistas, steep cliffs, and winding turns. The road is often described as one of the most beautiful drives in the United States, with panoramic views of jagged mountains, deep gorges, and lush valleys. However, it is also known for its challenging driving conditions, including narrow lanes and sections without guardrails, which can be intimidating for some drivers. I guess the guardrails weren't included in the costs of building this highway. Several legends surround the name of the $1 Million Highway. Some locals joke that they wouldn't drive the highway for $1 million due to its steep grades and potential avalanche paths. Others suggest that the gravel used in the road's construction contained gold, contributing to its name. Ultimately, the true origin of the name remains a mix of folklore and historical context. The highway is typically open year-round, but winter weather can lead to closures and dangerous conditions. It's advisable to check the road conditions before traveling, especially in winter. Along the route, visitors can enjoy various outdoor activities including hiking, biking, and off-roading. The area is rich in wildlife and offers numerous opportunities for exploration. This is Eldorado Mine. Figured we'd make a quick little stop here. It looks really neat. The Eldorado Mine was a mining operation in the San Juan Mountains of Ouray County, Colorado, near the ghost town of Guston, producing primarily lead, zinc, and silver, along with small amounts of gold and copper. The mine is within Sneffels Red Mountain Telluride mining district. The mine was a consolidation of several previously inactive mines interconnected via the Treasury Tunnel. The remains of the operation are visible from the Million Dollar Highway, north of Red Mountain Pass, between Ouray and Silverton, Colorado. The tunnels of the Eldorado extend some 5 miles west under the 13,000-foot mountains to the Pandora Mill, near Telluride. If at any time you start to feel uncomfortable driving down the Million Dollar Highway, be sure to take one of the pull-offs, take in the beautiful scenery, take your time to stretch your legs, and just calm down and relax. There are 70 named avalanche paths that intersect Highway 550 in the 23 miles between Ouray and Silverton, Colorado. These are no parking and no standing zones, so please pay attention to the signs that are on the side of the road that mark these areas. US 550 was part of the original 1926 federal highway system. The original highway extended 110 miles from Montrose, Colorado at US 50 to US 450, now Highway 160 at Durango, Colorado. In 1934, Highway 550 was extended through Farmington to Shiprock, New Mexico. In 1989, the western end of US 550 was replaced with US 64 between Farmington and Shiprock. In 2000, US 550 was extended further south from Aztec to Bernalillo to replace the newly widened New Mexico 44 and New Mexico 544, at which time all of US 550 in New Mexico was 4 lanes. In 2009, US 50 was rerouted onto the San Juan Avenue bypass to avoid downtown Montrose. As a result, US 550 was extended approximately 1 mile northwest to intersect with the new US 50 alignment. On July 17, 2024, the segment of US 550 leading into Durango from the south was realigned onto a 4-lane divided highway tying into Grandview Interchange. The realignment bypasses a former steep, curvy alignment up Farmington Hill and includes a new roundabout. As our journey continues, we're getting closer and closer to Ouray, Colorado. Right now, we're getting close to the Red Mountain Pass section of our drive. I just love the way that the rocks start changing as you get closer to Silverton. This portion of the drive is known as Red Mountain Pass due to the color of the rock formations. The current elevation is approximately 11,000 feet in the San Juan Mountains of western Colorado. The pass straddles a divide that separates Ouray and San Juan counties. The pass is named for the nearby Red Mountain on the northeast side of the pass. The name is derived from the iron oxide-laden rock that forms on their slopes. The pass separates the Uncompahgre and Los Animas river watersheds, and also serves as a dividing point between the Uncompahgre and San Juan National Forests. The pass is traversed by the Million Dollar Highway, US 550, between Ouray and Silverton, which is part of the San Juan Skyway Scenic Byway. This pass is known for being treacherous in the wintertime due to the steep 8% grade and switchbacks on the north side facing Ouray. Though the entire road is paved, avalanches are frequent and can block the highway for some time. This section of the road is winding and narrow and has no shoulder. There are an average of 7 deaths per year on this road. The Red Mountain Mining District lies from the divide northward to Ironton Park, halfway down towards Ouray. It was the site of a historic silver boom from 1882 until 1893, including the Yankee Girl and National Bell. Headframes of the old workings are still visible from the highway, as are the remains of the 3 largest communities, Red Mountain Town, Ironton, and Guston. The sprawling Eldorado mine continued digging until the 1970s, and reclamation of its tailings were ongoing. We have now made it to our destination for today, Ouray, Colorado, the Switzerland of America. The city had a population of approximately 898 people as of 2020 census. Ouray's climate, natural alpine environment, and scenery have earned it the nickname Switzerland of America. Established by miners seeking silver and gold in the surrounding mountains, the town once boasted more horses and mules than people. Prospectors arrived in the area in 1875. At the height of the mining, Ouray had more than 30 active mines. After changing its name together with the county's name several times, the town was incorporated on October 2, 1876, named after Chief Ouray of the Utes, a Native American tribe. By 1877, Ouray had grown to over 1,000 in population and was named the county seat of the newly formed Ouray County on March 8, 1877. The Denver and Rio Grande Railway arrived in Ouray on December 21, 1887. It continued until automobile and truck traffic caused ridership to drop. The last regularly scheduled passenger train was September 14, 1930. The line between Ouray and Ridgeway was abandoned on March 21, 1953. Cheyenne found a stick. She wanted to play. This little park is a great park, nestled between the mountain views with lush, beautiful grass. It's a great place to play soccer or fetch with your dog. Ouray's Perimeter Trail is a unique 5.6-mile hiking experience that features remarkably varied terrain, unmatched scenery, 4 waterfalls, 6 bridges, up-close geology, a hidden troll, and a rocktopus. Hiking it involves approximately 1,800 feet of elevation gain and loss, and will typically take 4.5 hours to complete. Good footwear and trekking poles are highly recommended. The trail begins across from the Ouray Visitor Center on the east side of US 550. A parking lot is on the east side of the road. To hike the trail clockwise, you get the hardest part of the trail out of the way first. The trail starts out at the parking lot. If you want to hike the trail counterclockwise, cross Highway 550, go through the pool parking lot, and cross the bridge over the Uncompahgre River near the City of Ouray maintenance buildings, where you will find a kiosk near the trail entrance on Oak Street. There are many different exit points into the city of Ouray that are marked if you would like to hike parts of the trail at different times. In this section of the trail, we wanted to check out Box Canyon. Do note that this section of the trail is accessible with your pet as long as you're on the perimeter trail. This would be the upper section of Box Canyon. If you enter from below Box Canyon Falls Park and Nature Center, there is a fee and your pet is not allowed. This is Cheyenne's second time on this trail. Last year, my wife and I came with Cheyenne when she was still a puppy, and we walked the whole perimeter trail. She did really good. She still seems a little skeptical about this tunnel area, but she had a good time. If you do bring your pet, I would highly recommend carrying them over this section only because it can be rough on their paws. And although icy and covered in snow, this was baby baths. We didn't get to explore here much. We decided to go ahead and get back on the road because we had one more pit stop we wanted to make on the way home. My wife's been wanting to see a moose. On the $1 Million Highway, there's a spot right between Silverton and Ouray that we just might be able to see one. Just outside of Ouray on the way to Silverton, we saw a hole in the wall of the mountain, and we suspected that maybe it was a cave, so we stopped to take a look. Turned out that it wasn't a cave. Looks like maybe it was blasted into the wall or something. I'm not really sure, but it wasn't very deep. Here it is. We made it to Mears Trailhead. This is where we may see a moose. Kyle and I decided to take a walk down Mears Trail. While we were walking, we came across this beautiful little aspen grove, and inside the aspen grove, we found another little teepee or something that somebody built. It was pretty neat. Figured we'd walk up to it and get a little photo opportunity. There was a lot of snow on this trail, and at first it didn't really seem like it was that big of a deal. We were able to walk through most of it. But as we kept going a little further down the trail, it started getting a little deeper. It started initially around ankle deep, and then once we got about halfway down the trail, it turned to about knee deep. At this point, we were wondering whether we should turn around or keep going since we were already halfway through. I think the better idea would have been to turn around, but we kept going, and boy was it a hike. Kyle decided to add a couple of sticks to the teepee. The Mears Trailhead is located in Ironton Park along the $1 Million Highway in the Uncompahgre National Forest south of Ouray. The trail begins off of the Hayden Trail near Crystal Reservoir, where it follows the Old Mears Road along the base of the Hayden Mountain, to where it presently comes to an end at the historic Larson Brothers Mine and Schoolhouse. En route, the Mears Trail provides access to the Full Moon Trail. Rumors abound that the trail will one day be extended considerably, eventually forming a loop that will return along the east side of the valley. And look, we even got to see our moose. We've seen moose here both times that we've came. I wasn't ready for the day to come to an end, so once everybody got back to the hotel room, I decided to explore a little here in Durango, Colorado as well. These were the night pictures that I captured. And on to our final day in Durango at the Animas River Trail. The views are just beautiful. We're in an unleashed dog area where your dog can roam freely. Cheyenne was really able to stretch her legs here. Always be respectful of others and observant. Pay attention to your animals whenever they're in unleashed areas. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe for more content like this.